All right, glad to meet with you today.
Yeah, good to meet
Yeah.
you.
So I heard you got to go on the virtual tour of the space earlier today with our graphic designers.
Yep.
How'd that go? Did you enjoy the space?
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be
Yeah.
a really good fit for us as long
Okay,
as we
perfect.
can get past this little
Yeah.
clause.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess just to get the ball running, what are your main concerns with our version of the Article 22?
Yeah, so we're a firm believer in the sense that the lion gets the lion's share. It's kind of
Mhm.
a company saying that we've got. And we just think that because we're going to be such a big client of yours in
Mhm.
this mall, we're going to bring in tons of business.
Mhm.
We think that it's fair that we kind of get a little more than the average satellite as far as the say with how we use the premises.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously we have our concerns with the clause as it is. Um, in your version of the draft, you can see our concern of technically you could just turn it into a three-ring circus if you
Correct.
wanted to, which is a bit of our concern. We really want to take care of all of our tenants, including you guys. So we would like to put up some fences and guardrails to
Right.
help protect you guys as well as the other lenders that we let sublet all of the other locations in the mall. So just to get some more insight into the subletting portion, do you sublet any of your other current locations elsewhere?
Yeah. So we do some subletting.
Mhm.
It just depends on the product that's doing well. And one of the main things that we want to do with the premises is we want to have that freedom in the sense that if a product is selling well and it's flying off the shelf, we want to be able to bring in a vendor that
Mhm.
complements that product.
Okay.
So, for an example, like in Macy's department stores, they've often got like Sephora's and things like that.
Mhm.
We want to be able to do something similar to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're not going to be subletting the entire location. It's just one section of the store
Right.
to a certain vendor.
Right, because if we
Yeah.
sublet the entire premises, I mean, it's not going to be a discount, So
Yeah.
it'd be whatever we sublet it to. We would really like to be able to use about a fourth of the store
Okay.
as we see fit, in that sense of being able to sublet it to different vendors that fall within our soft goods realm.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that can definitely be done. And our only stipulation is that you just let the landlord know with a written advance that you would like to sublet the location to a certain vendor. And then it can be up to the landlord to allow that. I'm sure if it's the products are flying off the shelves and it's an area like if you wanted to get a Sephora inside of the discount store, then it would be completely allowable. All we're asking for in the Article 22 is that you provide written notice to the landlord just saying, hey, we are seeing success in this area of our business and we would really like to expand that by allowing, say, Sephora to sublet X amount of the property. And that's certainly allowable. We just want more written notice beforehand so that we can kind of monitor that and make sure it's in the best interest for everyone in the mall.
Yeah, no, we can definitely do that. And times do change, the economy changes, goes up, it goes down, and in the unlikely event that for whatever reason discount doesn't perform well within the mall, we also want the ability to sell the lease ourselves.
Okay.
Just because it's generally much easier for us to sell leases than it is for like landlords and things like that.
So who would you consider as your top people that you would go to become the new anchor of the mall?
That just kind of depends. We would take the mall's health into consideration and, the other satellite stores because we wouldn't want to just leave it and just kind of screw you guys over. We'd want
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
find, a good fit for the mall as well. So we'd probably find something, and we could work with you guys on that too. If you say, hey, we've got no video game stores or no, sporting goods stores within the mall, so try and find something like that. That's definitely something that we could do. We
Yeah.
just like that freedom to be able to sell it. So if we feel financially that discount's just not doing well,
Mhm.
we can get out from under the thumb and not wait.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's definitely valid. And I personally really appreciate that you guys take the initiative to help out the mall as a whole before leaving the premises and try to get them a really good tenant in place of what your store would provide for us. Um, Obviously, we would want a part in finding the new tenant. I definitely appreciate that you guys take the initiative, and it's easier for you guys to find sublets than it is for us to just find lenders. Um, so is there a way we could work out um, a different clause possibly in the contract, in the lease contract in and of itself, that once performance reaches a certain point, then it becomes unfavorable for you guys and we can just work together to find a new tenant?
Yeah, I can't give you an exact dollar amount. I'm gonna have to
Mhm.
get the CFO involved for that.
Mhm.
But like I said, we're totally on board with, making sure it falls within your guys' interest as well as
Yeah.
ours. But it would need to be something that would be quick.
Mhm.
So if we're feeling that it's just not working, we'd like to be able to get out probably within a week.
Okay.
And we wouldn't want to be hung up, because one of your guys can't meet with us or something like that, and
Mhm.
something that should take a week has taken us a month, and then that's just going to be revenue
Yeah.
loss for us, and that's just going
Absolutely.
to hurt the company.
Mhm.
So if we can make it so, you guys are involved with the process, that's what we want. But if it's something that can take place in, a week,
Mhm.
I think that we can definitely have an agreement on that portion
Yeah,
of the deal.
sure. So we can have our landlord give priority to you guys in particular, especially because you guys would be the anchor to the mall. So are any of these problems, especially one where you guys need to dip out and find a new location, that would take precedence in the landlord's kind of scheme of things to do.
Okay.
And so he can be there to help you guys during that process. And then if for any reason he is unable or somebody else is unable to help you guys, if you do find another lender for the location,
Yeah.
just provide the written notice and contact us. You can just contact me directly, to be
Perfect.
honest, and then I can look through it and then we'll just approve it or we'll figure it out from there.
Okay, perfect. Um, yeah, I think that if we can have that agreement in writing for the fourth of the store, to sublet to vendors as we see fit, and this thing with if we're just not feeling the health of the company surviving in this, that we could get out with the things we've talked about. I think that we can come to an agreement.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And then the other kind of half of Article 22 was using the location for any purpose other than soft goods. So I guess I just had some questions about
Right.
what other goods other than soft goods you use them for. Is that in correlation with these other vendors?
That's a good question. Because we are a company of integrity and honesty. We don't want to, put other companies purposely out of business. Um, but if we decided, we sell houseware and things like that. But if we decided, we want to try and take our luck in like appliances, like household appliances, that's something that we would like to do. I don't know if you've got any satellites that are selling washing machines and stuff like that. I found that a little hard to believe sitting
Yeah.
out in the middle of the mall there. But just kind of branching out a little bit, and that's just because the economy changes, what people are buying changes. So if, and that would honestly probably be the step that we would take before just, actually leaving the mall in general, would be kind of testing out some other things like appliances and such.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you think that household appliances would be really successful in this kind of North Point, Boston metro area? Is that
It
something
really
you're
just
experiencing?
depends, just because we do like to test things out in
Mhm.
stores before we roll it out nationally.
Yeah.
So we may be testing something out in this location if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, I think testing household appliances would be really good if you see it fit. Just give us some written notice that you're going to dedicate how much of the store you're going to dedicate to it and just kind of your projections. And then we'll just help take part of that project.
Okay.
Because obviously we are still doing leases for the other locations within the mall and we're trying to create or more like curate a good conglomeration of stores so that you guys can benefit from each other's businesses. So just let us know what you want to experiment with. Household appliances sounds fine with me. I think it could be really successful, especially with your other product lines. I think it could flow really well.
Right.
Similarly to stores like
Right.
Dillard's, who also sell household appliances. So I think it could be something that could be really successful for you guys. And taking part of a test project per se sounds fine with me. We would just, again, want a written notice knowing that you're going to be doing this experimentation, and we would love to work with you on those numbers and those sales and trying to help you guys' business be the best that it can in this area.
Yeah, you know, I definitely think we'll have that in the contract, and we'll make sure that we let you guys know.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.